strands on a fascinating roller coaster of endless learning, experimentation, and discovery of technology, where the destination is not the end and the journey is the most fun. This is the Helical Brew. With your hosts, Mike, Sura, Jeff, and Elizabeth. Well, hey everybody, welcome to episode 11 of the Helical Brew. That's right, we just published episode 10. Very happy with that. We were able to, we haven't integrated the logo into the show yet. We'll do that next. But we now have our new logo out on the different streams, including iTunes, Spotify, which are basically linked at the hip because once I publish to Spotify, everything goes up to iTunes automatically. And big shout out to the shorts going up on YouTube and the new logo also there. Alongside that, we've got channels on LinkedIn, Facebook. I don't know if we're going to go to X. Whoa. We'll just hold it right there. Now, who knows? Yeah.
The full-time job, man.
We'll see about X's there.
I think we're cool with what we got. We got Facebook, we got LinkedIn, and yeah, we'll see what we do with those. But really, YouTube, awesome. It's great to see the shorts going up, and we've had so great idea, Sura. That's been going well, and Jeff, shout out to all the editing that you've been doing, and
you're welcome. My
stepping
pleasure.
up, and I'm looking forward to seeing some of those animations. That was kind of cool to see yesterday on the chat, and some of the concepts that are going out there. But I think, when folks see our logo, it definitely lends itself to animation.
Yes.
Almost, all the versions, maybe to different degrees for each one, but, for all the different versions, we can have unique animations for that and have consistency across the different platforms. So one of the things we were doing just prior to coming on here for episode 11 recording was talking about, okay, what are we doing for logos, which logo we're going to use, because we've got some choices to work with. And but I think all of them are going to see good use over time. So it is December 23rd, so you know what that means, and it's pretty obvious with
With the gear.
with the attire on everyone except for me.
Need a hat.
But I've got the microphone. I'm relying on the microphone. You're really pulling it through here today, Mr. Pod Mike. Thank you very much for your help with bringing the Christmas cheer into the Helical Brew. But great outfits, and Elizabeth, you got the whole tree behind you. So
Yeah, I wanted to show it.
I know it's red all day, every day in Canada, but it's stepping it up,
Very
taking it to
Canadian.
the next level. Saint Nick is extra happy, I'm sure, in the land of the maple leaf, with all the red and white going on. So very nice. And you were just putting the tree. When did you put the tree up?
Actually, November.
November. Okay, so you've had it up for a
Mid-November.
while.
Yes, it's been here for a while. Took us a while to decide how to decorate it, but it's a process here at my home.
Yeah, well, it's a family affair, right?
Yes,
the kids get in there
absolutely.
and get involved, and everybody's got traditional decorations that they put on the tree. That's awesome. And Jeff dialing up Mr. Snowman. It's
Yep.
Elmer Fudd meets Snowman. That's right.
There was
Very
between
cool.
this and a Santa Claus, and this one it fits better. It's woolly, it's plaid, it's great.
Just want to grab its
So-
nose.
And I've worn this actually to stores. So
Awesome. And you have a festive shirt on. I see that.
yes,
as well.
I do. Here we go. Are you ready for this?
I'll do it. Oh! Oh man! Now I know you're a hardcore fan. Now it's clear. Jeff's a hardcore National Lampoon's fan. That's
So many quotable lines. So many.
you're right. You're right. That was
if you
even John
watch
Candy
episode
and the
10,
roller coaster.
There was some in there.
in Vacation too. You know, the first one.
Yep.
It was
Yep.
like every line was bulletproof. It just could stand the test of time. And Sura
She's kind of looking like
couldn't
Mr.
find the Santa Claus hat, so
I stole my daughter's Christmas
leveled
outfit.
up. I go, yeah,
This Red Riding Hood.
Horseback
or-
riding, yeah.
the dark hair and it works perfect. Yeah, good.
And I changed locations. I want to use my computer, so sorry guys, you have to see the background of my bedroom.
Well, it looks just fine. In fact, the lighting's working out better today. You got you like me. You got the strong light on one side. That I'll eventually figure something out to do here, because even if I close it completely, it still looks the same as
Yeah,
according
it
to
needs
the
a
camera.
curtain. I'm gonna put in a curtain. Don't you worry,
Yeah.
Mike.
It'll be studio. All right, what? We'll see who does the studio curtain first, and just. I'm just gonna put like a stand in front of it, because I do like the fact that a lot of light comes into the room.
I put
my
the green
office.
screen, but then it illuminated everything green. I thought it was gonna block it. Didn't do a very good job.
Yeah, I was watching that video I sent over earlier on the WhatsApp, and I'm like, okay. I mean, there's like the key light, the different lights. It does make a difference, I guess. Any kind of side lighting is challenging for the green screen filters and whatnot. But I don't know. It's what am I supposed to do this in my basement in a dark hole? I guess that's what folks are doing with that. But we'll see. I mean, it was like the video and the audio, and today we had a bug in the, at least I had a bug in the newly updated Riverside app, so I had to switch over to Chrome. So thank you, Chrome, for saving the day, as we can record today. I was unsure of that, because the app was running so great for a while. Well, anyway, it is that time of the year, everyone. And it's time for the holidays, according to some calendars, and we are celebrating all the way around. Looking forward to some time off, spend it with families, and wrapping up a pretty great year. I know some of us here started new jobs this year, and that was me being one of them. I started just after the first of the year at the where I'm at now, and. Some new exciting things I know happening over for at least work-wise with Elizabeth and Jeff, with what you all do in the software. But we'll save that for the, that could be one of the things you're looking forward to in next year, which we'll do in next episode, the last one of the year, episode 12. How fitting! Our last episode of the year is going to be episode 12.
Wow. Think about that. We crammed 12 episodes in pretty short order.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
If we keep going on this pace, holy smokes. We're talking 52 episodes a year? What? No way.
I'm definitely thinking about those laws of geometric progression, right? Just a thing that just grows geometrically. I'll take that. Exponentially, it's a little aggressive, but I'll take that too if that's what happens. Yeah, you're right. We started not that long ago, and heck, we had a logo. Well, we kind of kicked off a logo thing. What, by episode 4 or 5 was it? Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we're well on our way there, and I have some things. Well, the website, we have a web domain, right, helicalbrew.com, that we can do more with. I don't know if we can do more with the email address, but certainly I think the web domain we could do something more with by using it as a curating page, perhaps, or more, centralizing all the different things. What is that? Social media professionals, I should say, or influencers do. They have a link tree or something like link.tree.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe our website can be more something like that. So I can just say helicalbrew.com and everything is consolidated on that one page. But it's so inexpensive to get a domain. And I was actually surprised. I mean, it's not a super short one, but these days a .com is hard to get. So, and Helical Brew, there's only one other thing that really shows up in our Google search engine results besides us, and that's a brewery. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. As far as,
Not for this crowd, at least.
not for this crowd, you know. And they happen to be in the greater San Diego area. So that works out as well. A place known for breweries and known for IPAs especially. So, yeah, and you know, this is the time where we can enjoy a nice beer and a nice Belgian. I think we have a Belgian crowd here, so we're good. Which was the kind that you got, Elizabeth?
I can't remember the name. Yeah, no, I can't remember the name. It's Belgian name.
Okay. The pink elephant is the one I most associate with Belgian beer, the Delirium. Out of Brussels. Well, everything's out of Brussels, but. Sorry, no, that's a little too consolidated. There are more things, but I mean in terms of like the breweries where they have their big tap rooms. So what's on the horizon, Jeff?
Well, or I'm recording right now from the new location, still in the house. But I've moved my desk. I'm setting up Studio 2025. Behind me, you'll see it's a blank slate. More to come in 2025 on that. And what I'm going to do behind me, it's going to be thematic with our podcast. So I felt like this was a good time to do it. It's amazing the wear out you do on your floor when you've left your desk in the same location for so long. You know, there's a clear spot. It's like, where was my chair? Oh, it was right there. I see it. So it's time to move the chair and the desk and set it up the way I'd like it. So I thought it was a good idea to do it. Now's the time to do it.
You had some suggestions.
Well, yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know. I didn't have any suggestions, but I did ask the group here, and I had some of those. I said, give me the name of robots that are famous, either movies, TV, whatever. And I got back, are you serious? And then it was a list upon list upon list. And I'm
I do remember
yeah,
that.
I got some of those.
Yes,
I appreciate that very. So it totally made sense. I knew what I was getting in for. As soon as I hit sent, I'm like, oh crap, here it comes. What was more impressive, genuinely, what was more impressive was not just the names. You could kind of go, okay, yeah, I know what that is, but the model numbers of the robots. That is sweet. Well done, Sura.
Terminator Model T10.
You're outing me as a nerd here.
Hey, man. I say T800. I don't know how many on this. How many would know that?
I'm like, when do you want me to stop? Because I can keep going.
You can keep going. You're like, Chappie, T800. I'm like, she's going deep, man. This is incredible. So, yes, you're a nerd. Embrace it. Well done.
Studio 2025 sounds like a club, though, Jeff.
Well, I don't know. I'm not going to have flashing lights and unch music, so don't worry.
It's destiny.
But I thought it was cool. We'll see.
Hey,
don't
cool.
worry.
Well, you got a fresh start behind you.
I do.
I too, I would like to do something more than have a window and a sliding door.
To a closet.
The top of a chair and the top of a Peloton. We can do better than that, I'm sure.
Yes, we can.
And we'll give it a try. That's, Studios should be a relatively late thing because you got to get comfortable with it, get the formula right, then move on to things like that. And now we got great audio, we got great video, and we may find a replacement for Riverside before too long, but. We'll see. We'll see about that. Sura, what's going on?
Well, I have new headphones and a new mic. I moved to a new area.
Great.
Couldn't figure out how to make it so you can't see what area I moved to, but hey, goals,
Fair number of podcasters out there doing it from a bedroom, which serves as an office. So, I mean, it's... That was me 8 months ago. I was
Maybe I'll get like a
Awful.
cardboard cutout that's all white and just blanket me in like a pod-like room.
one of those setups where if you were to change the angle very slightly, it would out a
Expose
whole bunch of
everything.
things.
Yeah.
No. So yeah, like tell your kid, don't move that camera even by a millimeter.
That's the thing. It's trying to go somewhere where your kid isn't just gonna like explode everything into it.
Well, we had that one episode where
Yeah.
on the road. I'm looking, now I'm kind of looking forward to doing another on the road episode. But yeah, that was pretty funny. It was like, you need to go like back over there.
Yeah, stop moving.
There's like a shadow on this side of your face. It's just like something's going on. Yeah, no, it's too funny. And so Elizabeth has the Canadian winter kept at bay to have a nice, relaxing Christmas. We're taking a stroll outside. Will be a
Can you stroll outside?
fun experience.
Well, we were supposed to get more snow today, but it hasn't been that much. But it was very cold the last couple of days, so we had like freezing temperatures that no one wanted to go out. But yeah, it's kind of like the time of the year. But we are expecting some snow for Christmas, which will be nice to have a white Christmas. We'll see.
Yeah.
Weather changes very, very fast in here. So
Yeah, so true. So true. And I'm finding that here now that I'm at about 5,000 feet altitude. That's a little bit more volatile than it used to be. Not so much in the summer. It's just hot and dry. But yeah, in the wintertime, we'll get full-on snow when they predicted nothing the day before. But
yeah. Here we don't know. They predicted 10 centimeters, but I don't think we got like even 5. But we might get snow later tonight, so I will not say for sure we're not getting anything. So.
I was scrolling the LinkedIn, just to change the topic a little bit. I was scrolling LinkedIn this morning, and I noticed, all the different companies doing their Christmas shout out, one more day. I mean, a lot of people, there are a fair number of folks still working today. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I took it off. It's Monday, and it's 2 days before Christmas, which you get included. But anyway, that aside, I did notice. Did you see? I did see Molecular Devices had a pretty cool one with some sort of imagery, cell imagery packed into a ball, a glass ball, hanging off a Christmas tree, and so there was some different. I don't know if you saw any cleverness. There's always somebody's trying to be clever during the Christmas holidays with our biotech colleagues.
Well, I saw a really good ad. It's not necessarily, it's, when you think about it, it is biotech, but not in the classic sense. Apple just released a new commercial. I guess it's new to me, where family's around for Christmas. Daughter gets a guitar, and she's strumming the guitar, playing, singing, whatever. And you hear it muffled, and the audio's just horrible. But the gentleman puts in new I forget exactly what they're called, the little white ones, puts them in his ear, and all of a sudden everything starts to come clear. Well, the technology built into these things via Apple helps those with hearing impairments, so he could hear his daughter sing and strum the guitar. And I was like, this is one of the best commercials they've put out. This is awesome. And Mike walks away. He's getting something. He's
going to show us something for sure.
Yeah, but I thought that was an amazing commercial. So I really
Guess what my Christmas present for my mom is?
Oh, really? How cool is that?
So nice.
With that technology built in, right?
Yeah, the AirPod Pro. It's got the new awareness enhancement. It's now considered to be an over-the-counter hearing assistant device.
Yeah. Very cool.
So,
very cool.
And it's not as quite of a. Hearing aids are they're fine. They work okay, and but these actually are something you can. Oh, I'm in a conversation. Pop them in. Hear the phone calls, all that stuff integrated into one device versus trying to use a regular cell phone with hearing aids is a pain in the ass. So, yeah.
I guess Apple
Very
must have
good.
got the idea when all these people are walking around with iPods in or AirPods in, because you see them all the time. I mean, it's like, we could do some technology behind that.
I've run into a handful of people here and there that say, man, I'm not walking around with that all day. That's lame. But most people are totally acclimated to seeing people with white things in their ear.
Yeah.
Although now that Jeff said iPods, I'm curious what else Apple's going to come up with.
I don't know.
Probably not another iPod.
I'm dating myself. Sorry.
Hold on. I think about that. No, it's not going to be an
My
iPod.
pick of the week. You're going to find out how old I really am.
Nope. Way. See, I bleeped myself. See? It's possible. You don't need the advanced artificial intelligence of the Riverside app to do that, but we can do it ourselves. So that's cool. Yeah, it is pretty amazing, and they keep updating it with new firmware. So a lot of this stuff has been added on product that was built 2 years ago.
Oh, wow.
I mean, how often does a company announce something that's totally free if you bought it 2 years ago? It's pretty good.
You know, that brings up a great topic, Mike. You think about that 2 years ago. Let's look at our industry in that regard. What type of devices get new firmware update? Think about it. Something that's sitting in the lab. I've never, in my time outside the lab, inside the lab as an embedded engineer, I've never done a firmware update on an instrument.
Okay.
So it's kind of like, okay, you've built this.
Rare with robots, I can tell you that. That's for sure.
Yeah, you've built this technology. Well, did you think ahead that, okay, what technology are we going to design ahead of time or down the line that this device that's sitting in the lab, it's only 2 years old and they spent $250,000 on it. Maybe we should do that so a new firmware comes in and, wow, opens up this new technology. It's called making your equipment more relevant, and then they might get a little bit more loyal instead of complaining about it. I don't know. Just a thought.
It's a conversation starter too. It's like Tesla owners. I drove a Cybertruck, and two Tesla owners talking to each other. Hey, man, have you tried the new 15.2 yet? Oh no, did that come out? I mean, they're talking about firmware.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
They're
maybe
not talking like 9-inch rear ends. No, that's the old school. Now they're talking about firmware numbers.
maybe this would be like meta to be brought into the lab. It's like a meta thing to do.
Yeah.
Go bring that into the lab. I don't know. What do you all think, Elizabeth, Sura? I mean, any comments on firmware in the lab?
Sura?
Let's patiently waiting.
We just leave it as is and don't touch it. No upgrades, no fixes, nothing. Just straight
I
up.
was just gonna say,
Go for it,
like,
please.
labs are very reticent to do any kind of upgrade, software, hardware. It seems more likely than not, every time a vendor's like, "Oh, you could upgrade," you end up being the beta tester, and you can't afford that if you've got one robot running all your workflows and it breaks down. So as much as it's a great idea, I feel like we've just been burned on the lab side way too many times to be like, yes, give me the brand new firmware software update, unless I've got like a redundant instrument I can afford for you to like futz around on all day.
Because I guess you're not just talking about one piece of firmware. You're talking about, multiples. If you do each instrument plus the scheduling software,
Right.
plus the
It just
which-
cascades. All the issues cascade if there is one, So I think we've done like a software upgrade before and we were promised like no issues, and then there were just so many issues and none of our programs
Yeah.
work. It's just not just me, but several people in several labs have said that like, no thank you. If it works fine, we'll keep it fine until like we
Yes.
absolutely need to upgrade.
Yeah, and that happens with us, with some of the customers that we have, that they are still using the version 5, and Jeff knows
Yes.
that well.
I've
And
heard.
we are
I've
trying to
heard.
get them moved to the new version. We have stopped supporting that version, but still they're happy with how it works. They know they have people trained on it, so it's a no for them to do the upgrades.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Because it's like you said, you have to train new people. You have to also train the robot. Suddenly, like, the teach points have to be verified. You have to make sure everything still communicates. Like, if it's an integrated system, it's just there's a high threshold for that, and you have to afford for your system being down while you do all that. I don't think a lot of people are like super stoked on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It's still a disparate group of software packages coming together to make something work, and sometimes it's a matter of sheer luck that it does. That everything happens to be at the right point where it can work for a week without issue. So yeah, I get it.
Sheer expertise from your automation engineering team.
That's right. That's right. Entertain their input.
But it goes back to that other episode we had where it's just like if things were just easier in our industry to communicate and get up and running and to like push the right updates, we wouldn't be in this situation. But like you said, Mike, when things are disparate and then you're just kind of like, it's a balancing act to make sure everything stays robust.
Yeah. Yeah, you walk through a big event where you've got all the vendors, those are all individual ecosystems, and what we're talking about here is taking pieces of each of those ecosystems and making your own ecosystem, and that's non-trivial. That's not easy, but we pull it off day in and day out. Check us out, come inquire, talk to your lab automation professional and learn from them in your internal team. So that's yeah. So anyway, I guess we're not going to be we're not going to be running out to the internet to get our latest software update for instrument XYZ compared to latest iPhone updates out. Apple Intelligence, that was one I did actually run out for that. I was like, I really want to get the Apple Intelligence one turned on and see what it did. And case with Riverside here, completely going sideways after I made the update 5 minutes before entering the studio.
Case in point.
Case in point of self-destructive software imploding just at the right time.
But you can't even trust the software to be, it's different on Chrome than it is in the app than it is on Safari.
Certainly not going to put anybody on the moon or, or in space for that matter, or come back from space.
I could play devil's advocate on the other side for Riverside. I've always only ever done Chrome app. So on the web version, I've never had a problem. And I get it. You guys want the stuff downloaded client-wise. Totally fine. But I've never had a problem. And I still do see the problems that you guys have run into. So, we're not going to go on a Riverside rant, but I'm just kind of playing the other side a little bit. We might.
I just want to blur or have a background. I mean, the fact that it can't even figure out my background is such a trip when I was just on Teams and it was a beautiful fake background that I had,
Yeah.
Yes. Even Teams. That's saying something.
Even Teams, guys. Even Teams.
Can do a background. Exactly. Right. Day in, day out. Everybody here is going to work using Teams, day in, day out. We use Riverside once a week. Just once.
Well, couldn't you just use, other than the fact that you record the tracks of each individual and you
that is pretty cool.
The transcript, you could still use Teams for a podcast if you wanted to. You just wouldn't have that granular editing. So I don't know.
Yeah, there's a couple other ones. As I was researching the green screen thing, there were a couple other platforms that came up. I mean, this is becoming more and more common. I think Riverside's got their, they're positioned well. They were one of the early ones. In fact, in that screenshot I sent you of our iTunes, or I should say Apple Podcast app, the way we look when you the way they curate our graphic. The one I've been on the show. Fresh Consulting's podcast. I was a guest on their show once, and that was the one next to ours. And they're the ones where I heard about Riverside. So it's kind of ironic. In that screenshot, here's the one that I learned about it from, and I was like, oh wow, this is cool. As a guest, when I logged in, I was like, this is pretty cool. So I was, I sold myself, which is probably the worst thing to do. But anyway,
It got us to episode almost 12, right?
Yeah, it got us. It's at the end of the day, we actually have
We
all.
have a podcast.
We've never lost an episode, and in fact, we've had some that came out a little, whether for audio or video reasons, were a little tougher than others. But at the end of the day, we never really lost an episode. Yeah. So anyway, that's our, kind of this is our wrap up episode for 2024, and navigating Riverside, among other things, and podcasting has been a big part of what we're doing.
But I can say, I'll just interject here a little bit.
Yeah,
I think it's one of those things of when this all came together for us, it was so fast. It was like, hey, we should really do this. And then the word went out, and there was not really we have to have this in place and this in place and this in place before we even think about it. We just went. Do you agree? I mean, we just hit the road and said, we'll figure this out when we're doing it. And that's exactly what we're doing. I think we're pulling it off. I really enjoy this.
I think there was some lead up because of the conversations we all had about it, but definitely it was like each one of us getting together and being like, yeah, let's do this. We should do this. Okay, let's just jump on and try it. All right, let's do it. Hey, let's record. Okay, let's see what we can use from this recording.
Exactly. And there wasn't we have to have a logo. We need a brand. We need this before we even get started. It's like, okay, the point I'm trying to make is if you plan to do a podcast, don't plan, just do. Get into it because you're going to learn a lot. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you're a part of a doer crowd, just get on it. Do it.
Just do it. New sponsor.
I think it all came from when we're
going to get charged for that
our webinars as well, Jeff. So when we were recording the webinars and we were kind of figuring out it would be awesome if we can share more of our conversations to more people and, the behind the scenes a little bit as well.
Right.
And it was so much fun, and we had so many good conversations as well that we could elaborate more. So that's how the idea of the podcast kind of started being more like, let's get into that and let's do it.
Yep.
I can't wait to have a live, though. That's going to be fun.
Oh, yeah.
We can go live right now if you want.
No, we gotta rev up for it.
So
that's together.
That's something. Yeah, we'll that'll be another project. Is to get the live feed stream link, which is just a standardized feed link. You can go into, I think, pretty much all of them. Facebook Live, YouTube Live. I think LinkedIn Live, maybe. They may require that you use their own platform. I haven't really checked. I'm not so concerned about LinkedIn Live, frankly. I don't know. I don't know. Because you could always just use the YouTube Live universally, and I see that done all the time. In fact, I think that's kind of a trend from what I've seen other streamers do. Is they've gotten away from fixed platform or one. I mean, YouTube is a platform, but it just, I don't know. I don't feel like it's as
constricting,
constrained as like a YouTube or as a Facebook or a LinkedIn, right? In terms of its audience, it's just one channel. You can access it, share the link on multiple sites, access it the same way. I don't know. That's my thing.
You can embed it too, which is nice.
That's cool. That would be cool. Yeah, totally embed our feed. But that's included. I give Riverside that. It is included as part of our service. If we have a studio, you can create a live link, and so yeah, more options in 2025.
Yeah, definitely.
We have more options, and animations are another one, right, Jeff? That's exploring the different animation platforms.
Well,
what can we do?
Talk about it. We had a quick chat yesterday or this morning. I don't remember. Days are blending now that it's Christmas time. About technology, and I'm just like, holy crap! In a matter of an hour, I guess, I was sending the group here all sorts of, well, what about this? I changed this and did some keyframes and did this and it wasn't like I was reading a manual. I'm just flying by the seat of my pants in the software, but it was that easy to get it done. So I'm like, okay, if I want to animate this, well, let's pull that out. Let's animate this. What do I want to do? I want to change the color. I want to change scale. I want to do this. I want to do that. That's the beauty of this technology. And like you said, there's all sorts of technologies to do what we're doing here, not necessarily Riverside, but others as well. Outside this platform for doing the editing and the animation and all coming back together with audio. I mean, Mike, with your VOs, your voiceovers, putting those together with animation, it's really, really fun. I enjoy this part of our work.
I can tell. You're having a blast. It's fantastic. So
But I'm excited we'll get to see each other soon at SLAS, and we can actually maybe tape some stuff.
Some ideas. We'll set aside like what about
some
this?
stuff. Have some swag. Maybe that would be nice.
We have all the assets we need. We just need
Meet our listeners and be like, what kind of topics are you interested in here?
Yes.
That's a question. If you were to pick one form of swag, well, as an opener, stickers.
You put them on your water bottles, on your skateboards.
Yeah. Surfboards.
Yeah.
Snowboards in Canada.
And then hats or beanies or something,
Stickers, hats, okay. Where do shirts go? Where are they on the list?
We have to front with shirts at SLAS. Like, we have to have some Helical Brew shirts at SLAS. That's a must.
That we're wearing? Just us?
Yeah, just for us.
Mm-hmm. We can have a poll, first 100 subscribers get a shirt, or maybe 100 is a lot. First 30 get a shirt. I don't know. We can do tote bags too.
Tote bags are
carrying other swag,
especially for SLAS. You can carry all your brochures.
Yeah. Way down the list for me is lanyards.
Oh God, yeah.
Because they'll just end up being hung up on the lanyard pole, which that's where they are.
Hundreds of lanyards that we have. Yeah.
Every 5 years, I go, okay, well, anyone want these? No? Okay,
and you hold on to them for so long. Why do we hold on? When are we ever going to need lanyards if they aren't just provided,
Exactly. And when do I care? Why do I even, it's like, there's a handful that stood out, oh, yes, that was a really tough customer to get, and I got their lanyard, and it was like, okay, that's cool, a little nostalgia. But yeah, that nostalgia. Every year, a little
downtown.
Going
never
down,
mind.
down. No. It's more real time. Yeah, it's always some sponsor. When you go to any show, right? They always sell that lanyard thing. I think the lanyard fee's like $50,000 or something like that, or $100,000.
What?
It's expensive.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah. If you're
Remember
the lanyard
back in the day, SLAS had these really awesome bags, and they were really heavy duty. You can wear them for a while, and then it started getting so that they were nothing bags, and you put a couple brochures, and they started breaking. It's what happened? I was looking forward to that bag all year.
I know they used to have that.
I would see them in people would go to a SLAS with a backpack they got from a previous SLAS because it lasted. You never see that anymore. You're right, Sura. They're completely
that's true.
Now I just trash them with the lanyards.
Yeah, you're lucky if it lasts long enough to be your tote bag during the show.
Yeah, I think last year it actually broke on day 2.
Oh boy.
There's these things.
Yeah, I mean, have a couple of things that last, not a whole bag full of stuff that doesn't. That would be my suggestion.
We have some nice mugs for next SLAS. Limited quantities.
I need a mug.
If you need one, please.
You need to prioritize your co-hosts, Elizabeth.
Limited
One of
availability.
the first ones that I saw at SLAS, they had this eye-catching sticker that was like a robot hand. And that was just so cool, across the exhibition floor. I was like, I need that sticker. Put it right on my computer the next day. High detail, very nice.
And lots of different things. But this year we have the mugs, and
Cool.
they actually look very nice.
Oh, good. Yeah, mugs are one I keep up with. I have never tossed a mug.
Me neither. I have a whole cabinet of mugs.
I drink coffee out of something related to life science most of the time.
Oh. And go to sleep in a t-shirt related to life science.
Right. Yeah. Right. Oh, yeah. I spent like $2 million with them. That's worth it. I got the shirt.
I had a t-shirt out of it.
Yeah, there's some good ones. I mean, I think I like the ones that are like small companies, new small companies that bring their shirts. They've got them over their shoulder, going around the show, handing shirts out to their partners and whatnot. Yeah, well, looking forward to that, and I'll have to make more room because I think my coffee mug cabinet is full right now. Maybe I'll have to throw out beer glasses.
Oh.
That's a tough decision to
No.
make.
I'll throw out plates before I do
Coffee
that.
or
I can eat with my hand.
You could put soup in a mug.
Right, exactly.
You know,
Hey, that's
this
a
one
good
big
point.
bowl covers all bowls.
I started getting super klutzy this year, so I think I broke a couple mugs. Now I have like a shelf free.
No,
Okay. Yeah. It's funny. I had two companies I had redundant mugs from, and I ended up breaking each redundant one. So, yeah.
It's like the universe was trying to make more room.
The universe was like, "No, you should only have one.
How dare you?
Why did you take two? You greedy, you greedy man! You come on."
Because of my old company up in the Bay Area, every year we'd have like beer making contest, and so we'd like everybody, each team would have their own mug representative of like the beer, and each year I try to sneak like an extra glass home so they had a pair,
It looks better in the cabinet.
It's paired.
It's OCD.
It is OCD probably.
no. If you have
I
a
feel
gift,
that though.
you're both of you. Hey, nice mug. Can I have one? Yeah, here, drink this. There you go.
But that leads up to a potential, we could have in our opener for a battle royale between two instruments. We can bring up the mugs first.
Oh, you gotta tell them what we were talking about. You brought that up
right.
from nowhere. You gotta tell them.
Well, all right. So before the show, we were talking about, and it's not like, if you've watched previous episodes, it's not unheard of, right? Mac versus PC, ATS versus Echo, or I should say, Echo versus ATS. Got to put those under the right category. If you're going to make an analogy, do it in the right order. Otherwise, people are going to be very confused. But having a potential head-to-head character contest between two well-known devices. And we can always, we could get guests on the show as well to portray said devices, or we can do it ourselves.
We'll make each other avatars.
So one of those end of year sort of pinball machine of ideas, that's what popped out the other end when we were thinking, well, maybe we can do another head-to-head related to our previous. If you haven't seen it, episode 10, we make episode 9, we make a reference to a couple of devices for fun, that were in the same space but had a very different user experience. And, it's always good to get perspective on, because each one coming at it from a different angle. It's like algebraic calculators versus RPN calculators. Each one's got a fan base. And neither one of them cross over very much.
Just be Casio. Oh my goodness. Text
Fan base may exaggerate it when it comes to calculating.
Well, I'm talking to a math major.
I say we take this a little further. I love this idea. Not the calculator thing, but a little bit further. March is coming up, is it not? Now, I am not going to say that because that's trademarked, but, March nuttiness. Yes, it is. It's trademarked. But anyway, yes, SLAS, let's get all our companies together. We can even categorize them by, liquid handler, sealer, this, that, and the other thing. And then we have bracket challenge, baby. What do you think? I don't know what the criteria would be for moving on, but I have no idea.
You know, it's poll live at SLAS. What do you prefer?
It would have to be a live poll. I think we'd have
Yeah.
to, that's where the live shows come into play. You're going to have to get some feedback. Rich is like,
Yeah.
you know, it's like when they're voting on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire when you go to the crowd, right? Mm-hmm. You know, we get a quick poll. Okay, this is the answer, right? That would definitely be next level. Pretty soon, wouldn't it be funny if we ended up making a whole like event series out of this whole out of this thing with multiple episodes and, you know, national sponsorships.
Or we come up with our own ranking system, like video game characters, where it's like S level, you know, A level.
Yeah.
Companies start competing to be on our S list.
Tournament Call of Duty. Tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy. So anyway, that hopefully added some density to the thin air I just threw out there earlier. Hopefully we could breathe now.
You are my density.
We brought it down from 80,000 feet down somewhere in the 10 to 15,000 range. That would be, I think, something to test the waters at SLAS with. You know, we could throw that around a little bit because guess what? They're all going to be there.
Yes.
There's a few places where they're all going to be, and that's one of
They're all
them.
going to be there, right?
Yeah,
You know?
that's the place.
Yep. Hey, who knows? 5 years from now, we might be on the roof of the Hard Rock hosting the event.
We have our own Helical Brew, like SLAS after party.
That's right.
There you're talking.
Remember that logo? Spinning DNA. So the animations I think will be fun as a near-term goal. That'll be something we can throw out there soon. Well, we are coming up on just about an hour. You know, in our final.
That went fast.
Well, not the final episode of the year, but the wrap up, reflecting on 2024, and in the next episode we'll look forward more in terms of like and not so much about the show. I think we've talked through a lot of the ideas we have in mind for the show itself. But if you've got any more ideas, please feel free to email us at helicalbrew.com. And as always, I think YouTube is so far, would everybody agree, the number one viewing stage for the show?
Yeah.
I think based on the numbers we're seeing. YouTube.com / Helical Brew. Picks of the week before we go. Just a quick pick of the week. Just
Jeff
Yes.
said he
I
had
covered
one.
one. Okay, you had one. Yeah.
I always have something. I found this by cleaning the office and making the new studio today. I thought I had lost it. Hold on a second.
No worries.
Over here.
Do you always feel like if you go up, you can see into someone else's screen? Wait, no, this is not how it works.
All right. Now, we're in the Wayback Machine. Okay, we're talking 1982.
Hot tub time machine? No? Oh, sorry.
1982. This was, and I remember this because I think I had one, but I do now. But this is an operational Vectrex.
Wow.
Yes. Hold on. Let me turn it on for you so you can see. Where's the knob here?
Watch out, power grid.
Here we go. Right there.
Vectrex?
Yeah.
Vectrex. I don't know. We'll see the screen. There we go.
Yeah.
We're going to play Mindstorm today.
Move over, Atari.
And
Was this
I still
before
got plenty
Atari?
of- Yes.
Around the same time.
Around the
82,
same
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Player one. Ready, player one. Whoa!
Look at those vector graphics, right? It was,
Vector graphics. That's why it's called Vectrex.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's basically asteroids. So, that
Where
still
did you
works.
find this? I'm so jealous.
Found it in a box in the office.
Wow, Jeff.
I taught my little brother how to play video games, and then he ended up taking all my Atari and Nintendo.
But the thing with that is it also came with these,
Shut
which we're
up.
familiar with. Yeah, we're familiar with
In mint condition. Look at those
from
things.
the Atari days. These are not Atari, these are the Vectrex. But I have a bunch of those. And to go
Unbelievable.
with that, I also have, this is like a collector thing. I don't
I was
know.
gonna say it's probably worth something.
Control
Yeah.
panel information. I've got order now, a bag for it.
Order
and
it.
I've got,
Order it
this
now.
company doesn't exist. And I've also got the instructions for every game.
The address to nowhere.
Dude, you're a hoarder, but it pays off.
The owner's manual. And every one of those games has their own screen, so you can pop in a screen.
Whoa.
So
Shut
this
up!
is
This thing
Scramble.
really sat. It, I think they were hardly
Hyper-chased.
used.
I mean, I could use this as
How did
a
you
screen.
Not
Star
play
Trek.
this.
For your special
Star Trek.
effects.
I've never even
So
heard
how
of it,
cool
and I
is
would
that,
play the
huh?
heck out of it if I had it.
You're
In
going to
the,
need a shelf behind you with that to be able to sit and turn it on during the show
Yeah.
recording.
in
Yeah.
the spirit of
Yeah,
Christmas,
that
Only OG
That's a
if
great
that's behind
idea.
you.
the OG. Oh, I got another OG. Hold on, 1979. You guys are
Hold
going
on,
to.
there's more.
But wait, there's more. Hold on.
Wait, there's more.
Hold on. I'll see if you can tell me exactly what this is. I'm going to turn it on. Where's the speaker? Here we go.
Oh, I know. Oh, God. I had one. I had two of these.
Here.
Speak and spell.
Speak and spell, baby. Still working. Let's see. How about Word? Oh, no. Code.
Jeff's just a very careful child.
No, I'm a Gen X, so I had to raise myself. So how do you think I learned to spell?
Careful though. I mean, some of these things would be broken by now. I think if most kids had them.
True. But yeah, this was sitting in the closet
Wow.
upstairs.
Speak and spell.
I was speaking math.
We
Speak
did
and
have a
spell.
math as
Yeah.
well, but the math burned up. I think I reversed polarity on a battery or something, and I let the
Those-
factory smoke out. So
Yeah.
this is all I got left. But
Oh, if you open that thing up, the solder joints you'd see would be like
suck.
sloppy as all get out.
Texas Instruments, baby, right there. We were talking about calculators earlier.
Somehow
1979.
some
Look at that
Texan
logo.
in Fort Worth put that thing together.
Dude.
This is amazing
yeah.
stuff right here. So that's what I have. Merry
I'm jealous
Christmas.
about the Vectrex though, for sure.
Okay.
I wish you still had an NES 8-bit console. Me. Yeah.
Pop that.
I can't. I'm just lucky I got a microphone now. That's all.
Hey,
Just happy
Merry
about
Christmas to you. You got yourself a pretty microphone with.
It's a
black and
shame
white.
it's off camera. We can't see the color.
I know.
The whole point is to be off camera. You can't even see my headphones, right?
It's true.
She's,
Yeah?
It's true.
Yeah.
They sound great.
Oh, good.
Yeah. But yeah, oh, I think you when we hit it, there's no reason to reiterate. But I mean, a pick of the week would be, these guys right here. If you're,
Yes.
that is, and they've still got more in store from what I've heard as far
That's
as
super
updates.
cool about the hearing aid thing. I didn't realize that they were.
Yeah.
It
You
even
know.
has a hearing test that runs from the iPhone, so you
That's
can
so
put
cool.
them in.
Wow.
I like their health associations, like with the Apple Watch being able to like monitor your heart rate.
And I think that's something Tim Cook really brought to the table because I've followed Apple since I bought my first Apple in 1999, which is it was a black and white. They called it the Wall Street PowerBook with a G3 processor, and it was the last product that came out before Jobs took over the product line. So it was the end of the Scully year, or not Scully. It was the Gil Amelio, the guy who was the CEO before Steve Jobs. And anyway, since then, I think Tim is, the watch, all those things. I mean, you can, they really, I mean, adding those features to a product that already exists is pretty darn cool. And once I heard that announced, I'm like, yeah, I'm getting that for a Christmas present. So Apple AirPods Pro 2, and it only comes with a USB-C connector because if you haven't had to deal with it, somebody's got balloons.
Is it your birthday? We didn't know.
Riverside did that when I did the 2.
Where's my balloons, Riverside? Come
Maybe it's a
on.
Mac thing.
Let's see.
Oh, I'm on a Mac too. Yeah.
It must be.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
on a PC.
you can.
And it has no love in it.
There we
That's
go.
clever.
There, yeah. I think I should be able to. Yeah.
That's a gif I'm making right there.
She's on
Glitter
the,
behind my head, please.
she's on the client version.
No.
We're on the Chrome web
What's
version.
the fireworks one? There's a fireworks one, right? It's like, is it this one? Oh, confetti!
There we go.
Excuse me while Mike and I strobe out.
Use the force.
I can hear Elizabeth's dog, I think.
Mike,
Yes,
feeling
it's
a
my
little
dog.
down.
She's barking. I'm
Why
sorry.
are you so gloomy, Mike? You just brought rainstorms down.
Why? What's
It
wrong
was
with you?
Eeyore earlier.
Everything's much more exciting. Fireworks, baby.
That is for
You've created a
New Year's
monster.
Eve, Mike.
I do not know where any of these things are.
Oh,
No, we don't
Here you
have
are,
that
but
yet. I
whatever.
think we are limited with those features. Are we?
let me help you out.
It's a Mac thing, I think.
PC. Mac
Nice.
PC. Mac PC. You got it. You don't. You got it. You don't.
I'm just over here
PC.
trying to figure
Mac
out a liquid
PC.
class.
You
That's
got
what
it.
I'm
You
trying
don't.
to
Okay.
do.
Share the love. Come on, Apple. Share the love. You know.
Oh, there you go. That's the love. Okay. We're so limited with that.
Yeah, very limited. You've got a Christmas tree in your background. Now, that's pretty awesome. And that PC didn't help you out with that at all.
No.
I do have to go,
Okay.
but I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. And we will see you on this episode and the one for looking ahead. So I'll probably be on the road for that episode. In fact, I know I will be at families' houses. So I'll be connected.
Nothing like recording from the road, Jeff.
Yeah,
Happy
baby.
holidays.
All right.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Yes. Happy holidays.
Enjoy. And until next time, the
Yes.
Brew Crew is out. Thank you for joining us on the Helical Brew. We're glad to have you with us. For more episodes, please visit our website at helicalbrew.com. That's helicalbrew.com.